Yeah, man. So West Indies cricket team, they have made this a wonderful Sunday evening, man. Shout out to Captain Jason Holder and all the cricketers. We really enjoyed that performance from the guys. Really put England in a them place today. Shout out to the cricketers. Yeah, man. We're going to talk about some cricket. Stick with us.
We will win the war as long as we rally round the West Indies.
Shout out to Captain Jason Holder. First things first. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago when Jason Holder was put into the role. I can admit I was one of them that was saying that, here what, this youngster isn't going to manage it. Because when he got the captaincy, there was a whole lot of hullabaloo going on within the West Indies Cricket Board as it relates to the players and the managing staff. Now, Captain Jason Holder took on the challenge as a young man and also took on the challenge of grooming some of the younger cricketers. And this is definitely bearing fruits right now. Jason Holder really led from the front in this first test match. I mean, we're not tooting our horns because we haven't won the series as yet, but this was a very good performance in the first test here. And not only was Jason Holder's bowling very good, but his whole demeanor as a captain on the field was immaculate. I mean, he didn't get any runs in the first innings. The second innings, he was there until the end. His bowling was really good, but his decision making also was extremely good. I mean, I think it was 5 decisions that went against us in the first innings, as it relates to umpire giving us out and we having to review it. When we were in the field, I think the umpire gave 3 decisions that were not in our favor, and Captain Jason Holder called for 3 reviews, and he actually got all 3 of them right. So this is really good to see that he's understanding the role of not only being the captain, but also understanding the decision-making process. Not only just going for review based off your emotions, but based off what is actually happening. So really proud of the guys. Captain Jason Holder, as I said again, brilliant. I really like his whole demeanor. His character seems to be a very well put together young man. Very knowledgeable as it relates to the game. He's usually rotating his bowlers very well. Yeah, man, usually rotating his bowlers very well. Once I remember in the first innings when England was batting, he was right there up in one of the batsman's face, encouraging his bowler right there. So we see that he's not only doing for himself, but he's also trying to motivate the players. So I'm really happy with his performance as a captain. Now, going down the line, I am really impressed with the bowlers. The bowlers really won us this first test match right there. So I'm really impressed, especially with the pace bowlers. Shannon Gabriel as a seamer was excellent. I mean, not only was he cranking up the pace, bowling at 90 miles per hour, but he was also moving the ball around, getting the ball to nip back at the right-hander. It was extremely good fast bowling. I mean, he was there in the mix as it relates to taking majority of the wickets. Kemar Roach also, I mean, he wasn't successful as it relates to getting a wicket, but he bowled extremely well as was seen a paceman. He really applied the pressure. So while Gabriel was taking wickets at the other end, Kemar Roach was there applying the pressure on the guys. So you know, Roach, even though he wasn't successful as it relates to taking a wicket, as I said earlier, he was immaculate. He got the batsmen to be playing at some ball outside of their half stump. They weren't sure. He was beating the bat all ends up, got the ball to move around. So Shannon Gabriel and Roach as the opening pair, they did extremely well. Now, Jason Holder, the captain Jason Holder, man, he was magnificent. I mean, the bowlers weren't getting the ball to really zip around as it relates to pace. But Jason Holder, with his control and his ability to move the ball, was really good, because we saw him getting 6 wickets in the first innings. And I mean, it wasn't really any extreme or express pace. It was all about his ability to get the ball to move around, to get the ball to move back in, to get LBW, get the ball to nip away from the bat, to get caught behind. Yeah, man, Jason Holler was really good. Now, Alzari Joseph, who was the final person in the four-prong attack, was also extremely good. In the first innings, he wasn't, he wasn't that hot, but in the latter part, he really came in and he did very well for us, especially in the latter part of England's second innings when they were batting. Really, really good pace bowling. He got the ball to move around, to zip around a little. I think he's the one that got Butler. Yeah, he's the one that got Butler when he was looking really threatening. So Alzari Joseph was really good. Yeah, man. So those four pace bowlers did really well. We also had our finger spinner Rastan Chase, who I think picked up 2 wickets, which was very good. Because you want to be able to rotate your pace bowler to give them some rest. So you want to make sure your specialist spin bowler is taking a wicket. And Rastan Chase really did that for us. Didn't get a five or anything, but those 2 wickets we were really helped us. So yeah, man, the bowlers, pace bowlers and spin bowler, they all chipped in to set up the victory for us. Now, moving away from the pace bowler, the bowlers, the batting now. I mean, the top order didn't really do much in the first innings. Stats have shown that over the past, I think, 3 or 4 years, the lower order have basically produced more runs than the top order. So we're talking about from the middle order. So from number 5 going down to number 11, those guys would have chipped in and would have averaged more runs than our top 4. It really looks away, but those guys have been contributing most of the runs, because we have people like Jason Holler, Rastan Chase, Dorich down there in the middle order. Those guys have been making a lot of runs for us. So the first innings, I mean, we got out England cheap. We went in, we were able to hit off the score and take the lead. Second innings, however, Jermaine Blackwood, that guy, he really, really impressed me today, because I was really sitting and watching to see what he was going to do in the second innings, if he was going to give it away like he did in the first innings. I mean, people are always saying that a leopard will never change his spot, because they are saying Jermaine Blackwood would have been working on his technique and his temperament throughout the domestic season. And we have been hearing that he's now a changed man, so we were anticipating to see how he would go about constructing his second innings, because the first innings he really gave it away, but he really, I mean, he didn't manage to get the 3 figures, he didn't get the 100, but 95 was really good from Jermaine Blackwood. When things were looking a bit doughty, he was there to steady the ship, to make sure that the scoreboard was ticking over along with Rastan Chase. Chase wasn't really scoring at a fast pace, but at least he was there occupying the crease. And while he was there, Jermaine Blackwood was making sure that the runs was ticking over. So it's really disappointing that he wasn't able to get the century, but at the end of the day, it's a team sport and the team won, so that's the most important thing. But to see Jermaine Blackwood go out and bat for such a long period of time was really, really good, and I really commend him. I mean, the way in which he got out, similar to how he got out in the first innings, I think, trying to drive a ball through mid-off and got caught, I think. But it was really impressive to see how he construct his innings. So I'm looking forward to see what he will be able to do in the second test. Also, John Campbell got injured at the top of the innings, but was able to come back and hit the winning run for us. That was really good to see there. Dorich was there playing a hand as per usual. I mean, Brooks didn't make much in the second innings. Brathwaite and Hope, they went cheaply also, but all in all, it was a good victory. I mean, we don't want to use the negative and wipe over the positive, because the guys really played some very intelligent cricket. And in English condition, I mean, I was thinking that the batters were going to struggle. You know, I was thinking that Wood and Archer and Anderson would have bowled us out cheaply, but I must say I'm really impressed that the guys were able to go out there and stick it out. And I want to tell you, Shannon Gabriel actually got the ball to zip around, to move around more than James Anderson did. You know, I understand that in the first innings, Gabriel actually bowled when it was overcast, a lot of breeze, so he was able to get the ball to move around. But the line that he was bowling, he was constantly nagging away at the top of half stump, constantly nagging away at the top of half stump, and that was really impressive to see. Yeah, man, was really disciplined. You know, throughout his career, he would have struggled with bowling a lot of no ball. I think he only had one no ball throughout the entire match, I think. But it was really impressive from the guys. And it's a good unit because we have a balance of young guys with some guys that are a bit more experienced. So we have our Darwich, our Chase, our Hope. You know, these are young guys that we want to build our cricket around, with Captain Jason Hall at the front of it just the same. As I said earlier, I wasn't a fan of Jason Ola when he was thrown into the position. I was thinking that he was too young and inexperienced, but the guy has really proven me wrong. Seems to be a really intelligent cricketer, and I am proud of what is happening now. We don't want to get too carried away because I mean it's the first match of 3, so anything can happen in the next 2 matches. But I am really proud to see what the guys were able to pull off in this particular game. You know, Coach Phil Simmons should be proud that he was able to motivate the guys, to prepare the guys to go out and be so dominant. Coming out of lockdown, having played any cricket for quite some time, it was really impressive to see what the guys were able to put forward. So I'm really at awe. I mean, I haven't watched Test cricket this intense in a while now, but I have gotten up early every morning, and you know I was there right throughout the day. You know, so I am really happy to be a part of this victory. And going into the second test, I am hoping that the players will be able to keep it together, and you know we'll be able to pull this one also. Because we want to win this series, you know. So we have captured the first match, so we want to just go in and capture the second match, and then we can play the third match at an ease. Yeah, man. So was really good to see the guys going out there and playing such a convincing game. Yeah, man. Sports to the bone. Keep you informed. Remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe to our channel. Peace.